Good afternoon everybody, and welcome once again to my channel. We're up at the field for what seems the first time in absolute ages and ages. This year has been absolute disaster for everything really, especially model flying. We've not been allowed up at the field for a long time because of the lockdown, but I finally got 5 minutes. Hopefully I can complete a couple of reviews before the rain gets in. If we have a look over here, you can see we've got some dark clouds making their way over. There's one dark cloud just missed us. It's provided a little shower, but nothing too much. There's a bit of a breeze. Monty would like to say hello. Hello, darling. Say hello. Right, okay. The first one we're going to have a look at, if I can have a look. This is something I got back in September, would you believe, and I've simply not had a chance to get it out of the box. So this is going to be its first flight. The wind's around about 10 miles an hour. It might be too strong for it, I don't know, but we're not going to know unless we try, are we? So this is from Eachine. It's the 400mm Mustang, and there's already been loads and loads of reviews on it, all very good reviews. So I'm hoping for a good flight, a good first flight out of this. So if we sit down here and we'll get the thing out of the box and we'll see what we get. I have charged the battery up. It's not been flown as yet. So you can see here you get everything that's needed in the box. I've got a spare battery for it. And the controller is in the back there. That needs 4 AA batteries, which I have here. The battery, the flight battery is let's have a look. It's a 3.7 400mm battery by the looks of it. Is that the same as my spare one? The same? Yeah, that's 400mm. Actually, those are my spares, so that might not be quite accurate. Let's have a quick look at the actual plane itself. Hopefully it's going to be one and the same. Yeah, it's a 400 milliamp battery, so I've got some spare batteries for that as well. Okie dokie. Right, let's get this to let's just quickly put this together and we'll take it out for a flight. Also included are the instructions, and I'm hoping it's going to give you, there we go. Okay, so we've got a gyro switch. I'd imagine that's going to be a 3-position switch, 1 key aerobatics button, 1 key U-turn activation. So I would imagine that's not quite return to home, is it? That's going to be, so if you're flying it directly towards you, it's just going to take the opposite path back. Yes, well, we might try that out. Okie dokie. Right, let's put it all together. I have been waiting to fly this for quite some time, I can tell you. Right. So your AA batteries just slot into there. I'm assuming that because this is a little brushed motor, that we'll turn this on first. I've not read the instructions yet. There you go. We'll find out the hard way if it's that bad, won't we? Okay, right, so let's turn that on. Okay, up and down to bind. Okay, so let's have a look there. So we've got expert at the top, mid-range and beginner, and the left hand stick is for your ailerons and your elevator. We do have rudder, and we have the throttle there. Okay, so let's go straight out and give this a little spin. First flight is going to be in beginner mode. The wind is about approximately 10 miles an hour. So it does seem to bank not too bad. I shouldn't think, or I would have thought that it limits the amount of bank. You certainly wouldn't be able to get a roll out of this, not in beginner mode. Let's try the intermediate, see if we get more of a bank. Yeah, look at that. Tighter turns, so you get more throw on the elevator, and let's see, where am I going? Here we go. Yep. The wind's a little bit more choppy at that height. That's not too bad, you know. That's very, very good. Let's come out here a little. Let's go out to the field. Hopefully we can complete this flight before the rain starts coming in. And I don't know if you can see my transmitter there, just below half throttle. And it's poodling around, seems to be quite nicely. There we go. Nearly full throttle there. Yeah, been buffeted about there by those winds at the higher altitude. Let's come down in height a little, and there we go into expert mode. Oh yes, look at that. And we turn back into middle rates, if you like. This is very light. I don't think you're going to need to register it. This is going to be under 250 grams. I think it's 100 and something actually. Yeah, that wind's we've got some dark clouds coming over to our right, and they're bringing stronger winds with it. Let's come around to the right. So this is a 400 milliamp battery. I'm not entirely sure what the flight time is. What do you reckon? About 6, 7, 8 minutes? Have a look at the manual. That might help, mightn't it? Anyway, so my apologies for being away for so long. As I was saying, the past year has been absolutely disastrous. I've only managed to get out a couple of times, and that's just by taking a little FPV drone with me when I'm walking out with the wife in the woods and what have you. I did upload one a couple of weeks ago when I was walking with the wife in the woods, and that was with the Get RC Tiny Go, which I brought with me, and if time permits and the weather permits, I'll do a slightly more in-depth review on that one. I do understand that's been reviewed already. I am quite behind. I'd say up to about a year or so on my review, so my apologies for that. My newest one, I'd imagine I'm about 6 months behind. That is the the Get Tiny Go. I've got the 4K version. The other one I've got is the Sector 132, which although I've flown in the garden, I've not really flown it in anger at the moment. So back to this little Mustang. That you might be able to hear in the microphone that the wind is picking up quite a bit. So I'd say it's between 10 and 15 miles an hour. This is on just below half throttle. It's still making its way through that wind. The wind carries it quite fast downwind, of course. But altogether, I think it's equipping itself quite well. Going up quite high there. Let's drop the throttle and put some down elevator in there, reduce that height. That wind takes it ever so easily, being so light. Right, let's come in for a landing. It's a good job that I've not put in the landing gear on, because it's not going to fare too well with this grass. Wow, look at that. Do you know what? That, I can promise you, this is the first flight of this little thing. This is the Eachine Mustang 400mm. As you can see, I've not put the undercarriage on it. It's just got the one servo, and yes, it doesn't look too bad. Ideal for a park flyer, I'd say. It's not going to damage anything. If you hit anything, I understand you do get a spare propeller in the kit with this, and these propellers are designed just to knock off, and you just click them back into place if you were to hit something. It's all EPO foam. It's quite well moulded. It's got, as you can see, it's got some panel lines there. It hasn't got a pilot, of course, too small. Yeah, it's probably nothing there for a couple more minutes flight, but yeah, just for a very, very quick review, very belated review, I'm sorry about that. As you can hear, the wind is really getting up now, but at least I've had a chance to fly it, so I'm quite happy about that. And the performance in the wind, yes, is quite impressive. So if you or someone you know has got one of these, or I understand there's a Corsair and a T28 in the range as well. Judging on the performance of this one, I say go out and get one. I understand Banggood did a special offer on the T28, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. Whether that's still going on, I don't know, but you could pick up one of these for about £45, which to me is an incredible bargain. Okay, this is my first review in absolute ages and ages and ages, so I'll see you soon for the next one. I've got a Volantex Mustang over there, so I'll do that one next, and I've got part 2 of the JJRC X15 Dragonfly to do as well. So if the weather keeps up, I should be able to get all those done. So see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe. Cheerio.